Windows gives us the option to use various shortcut keys without having to use our mouse, and this lets us get our work done that little bit quicker. Today we will examine a few of these shortcut options available to us using the Windows key, which we can see here on this keyboard has one each side of the spacebar, as well as using these arrow keys, certain letter keys, number keys, and the function keys. And later we will look at what we can do using the Alt, Control, Shift and Tab keys. We will use the Windows key to activate the Start button, and then we will use the right arrow key to move across and to give us this menu. And by using the up arrow key we can move up to show where we can restart our PC, or further up where we can log off, which closes all the programs and logs off the current user. Or we can use switch user, which will actually leave the current user's work open but will log in an extra user. Or to move down to the lock computer, which is something you should always do when leaving your computer unattended. The quickest way to lock a computer is to use the Windows key along with the L key, and this will give you this screen here to indicate that you have locked your computer. Your work is still open in the background, and if, for example, you were printing a large document, the document would continue printing until it finished, and your computer is locked and users can't access it without the proper password. We all have times when our screen is very clustered, as you can see in this example here, and sometimes you might need to go to your desktop quickly. The quickest way to do this is to use the Windows key along with the M key, and this will bring us directly out to the desktop. And to undo this action, if you press the Shift key along with the Windows and M key, it will reopen or remaximize all the windows that we minimized. Another quick way to go to your desktop is to press the Windows key along with the D key, and it will give you the same result. And to redo that again, you press the Shift, Windows and M key. There are times when we may want to maximize a window to see the full contents within that window. And in this example here, if we use the Windows key along with the up arrow key, it will maximize that open window to the full size of my screen. And to restore it back down again to the size that we saw before, I use the Windows and the down arrow key. When you are looking for a file that you have stored on your PC, the quickest way to get the search box is to use the Windows and the F key. And this will give you this box here. And then you can type in the name of the file that you think is yours, and it will give you a list of files available. And then you can just pick the one that is yours and double click on it. So that is the quickest way to get the search box, the Windows and the F key. Windows gives us the opportunity to pin shortcuts of our computer applications down to our taskbar. A quick way of launching the applications that are down on the taskbar is to use the Windows and a number key. In this application here, we'll see that Audacity is the 5th application along. So by using Windows and 5, it will launch the Audacity program, and it's a quick way of launching it. By double clicking on my computer icon on your desktop, it will open a window that shows you the drives and CD drive, DVD drive, network drives that you have on your computer. But by using the Windows and E key, it will launch the Windows Explorer, which is a quick way of also looking to see what hard drives and what other removable storage devices you have on your PC. Combinations using the Alt key is also a useful keyboard shortcut to have. For example, to close this window, by using the Alt and the F4 function key, it will quickly close that window. Other uses for the Alt key is by using the Alt key along with the Tab, you can get a window that will allow you to run along and see the applications that are open or the folders that are open, and at any time you can stop on that folder or on that application. When you right-click on the desktop, you will get a menu such as this one here. A quick way of doing that without right-clicking on the mouse is using the Shift and the F10 function key. It will also give you the same menu. Likewise, on a folder, by right-clicking the folder, you will also get this menu where you can open or check file properties, delete or rename. The same thing can be done by clicking on the folder and pressing Shift and F10. Now, if we move on to some file management shortcuts, we all know that there are numerous ways to create a new folder in the Windows environment, but one of the quickest ways would be to use the Control, Shift and the N key, and this will create a new folder which you can easily name, and that is a new folder. So Control, Shift and the N key creates a new folder. Now, if we move on to photographs, in this day and age we all possess a digital camera and smartphones, and we are continuously taking photographs, and we always need to transfer them onto our PC to have a proper look at them. Most of the time when we transfer these photos to our PC, they are named IMG followed by a number or DCIM followed by a number, and they don't reflect the occasion that the photographs were taken. So in this situation here, I want to rename these photographs to do with Christmas. So the best and easiest way to do it is to press Ctrl A to select all of the photos, and then by pressing the F2 function key, it will allow me to rename one of the files, which I will call Christmas 2014. And then when I press enter, it will rename all the photos in that folder with a different number in brackets, as you can see in this example. A quick way of renaming your pictures to reflect the occasion. When we are working with Word documents, we usually have more than one document open. And a quick way to run through and check the open documents that we have and maybe find one that we were working on previously is to use the Alt and the F6 function key. So by pressing the Alt and the F6 function key, it allows us to check through the Word documents that we have open, and we can continue working on any one at all. There are a few ways of deleting a folder from your system, but one of the quickest ways to delete a folder or a file is to click on that folder or file and to press the delete key on your keyboard. And this will ask you, would you like to move this folder to the recycle bin? And you can say, in this case we will say yes, which moves the contents to the recycle bin, and we can see the recycle bin here has contents in it. And then if we open our recycle bin, we can see the folder in there, and that gives us the option to empty the recycle bin now or to restore all items. By doing this, it will restore all items back to the folder which they originally were located in. But let's say that we want to delete that folder completely from our system and not have it stored in the recycle bin. A quick way of doing this is to use the Shift and the Delete key. And this time we will be asked, do we want to permanently delete this folder? If we say yes, it will be gone from our folder and will not be stored in the recycle bin. To finish with today, we will look at problems that happen regularly on a PC when you get an application that is not responding. To end this application, you must press Ctrl-Alt-Delete, which will give you this screen where you will need to run the Task Manager. But the quickest way to get to the Task Manager is to use the Control, Shift and the Escape key, and this will send you directly to the Task Manager. And then underneath the status column, you will actually see which program is non-responding, and you can select that and end task to stop it. So that is all today for keyboard shortcuts. I hope that you will find some of them useful in your everyday work.